It's always so hard to start these. Like, I always like freak out in the beginning. I'm like, but today I'm gonna be recording for my independent reading assignment. I think it's number 4 or 5. I've lost count at this point, but yeah, I'm gonna record for you know what I'm here for. But today, well, yeah, today I'm gonna be talking about Chainsaw Man. It's what's it called? It's a story that I read. It was like in winter break, kind of not in winter. No, I'm lying. I read it like in February, but I read it recently and I thought it was really good. I really liked it. So we're just gonna talk about like a synopsis and like what I liked about it and like I don't know. I liked it because I wanted to read something dark, and it was dark. So I really enjoyed it though. Like, it was really fun to read. Like, even though I cried at okay, I always do this. I always talk too much, but yeah. So Chainsaw Man's a story about a guy named Denji, and it starts off with him. He's just a little weird at the start, like if you're not used to it, if that makes sense. Like he's a demon hunter, I think. I think he's a demon hunter, and he's doing demon hunting so that he could what's it called? So that he could pay off the debt that he was given. Because his like dad died, and his dad died with a lot of debt, and yeah. And so yeah, he's doing that to pay off the bills and everything. And he's living a super sad life. He has barely any food. He has barely anything. He's like starving. He like has like things like $3 a day to eat after like all the expenses, which is bad. um, but yeah, he has his little companion named Ponchita, and he's a little cute little dog thing, and this he helps him. He's a little chainsaw. It's like a little dog with like a chainsaw on his head, hence the name Chainsaw Man. But yeah, here's a guy named Ponchita, his little pet, and yada yada yada. Story goes on. Something happens. Denji basically gets killed. They chop him up, and then what happens is something. It's to introduce like the how it works, how demons work, and like stuff like that work. So Ponchita is a demon, the chainsaw demon, and what they do is they have contracts with other people, and essentially like the contract is like, okay, sacrifice your right eye and I'll give you some of my power. And it works like that. Like many people sacrifice a lot of things. It depends on what the demon wants, if that makes sense. Like if the demon wants this, then you can't get it any other way other than if you give it that. But yeah, Ponchito was basically like, I want to live. I want your dreams to come true. His dreams are like to just eat like a piece of he's like a sandwich and have like a roof over his head because he's never experienced that stuff. He's always like, I wonder what a sandwich would taste like. But yeah, anyways, the contract with him was basically like show me your dreams and what's it called, and then he came back to life because demons can revive themselves, and then now he became a devil man. I guess that's what it's called. It's called like a devil man. I'm pretty sure a demon man, basically someone that's fused with the demon. But yeah, I don't know how much of the story. It's like 9 books, and I have to condense it to like 10 minutes or 15 if I'm feeling out of pocket. But let's see. Okay, let me just say the 4 main characters. Yeah, I'll just say the 4 main characters. Yada yada yada. 4 main characters is Denji, Power. Power is a power demon. The more blood she consumes, the stronger she gets. And then there's this guy named Aki. He's basically like the father figure to Power and Denji because Denji becomes a demon slayer with like an organization. It's like a demon hunting organization, and he becomes like one of the members there. And then he gets like food, water, housing, and all that stuff. And then Aki becomes basically his father figure because it's Aki's house that Denji stays in. Aki like feeds him. Aki like takes him places. They go on missions together. Yada yada yada. Aki's the father figure in the story. And then there's one last person who's not very cool. Her name is Power. Oh my, why did I say Power? Okay, her name is Makima. Basically Makima is it sounds like she's a good guy at the beginning, and then like it totally like just flips and she's not a good person basically. But yeah, yada yada yada. It's stories essentially about like how they're experiencing, and Denji's just happy to like be in that organization because like one, he was dirt broke and all that stuff, and then now he's able to get like food and stuff like that, and he's just happy. He starts becoming, as the story progresses, you can see him become more content with his life. Like his life, he just wants he's just slowly getting happier because he was not content before. He was starving. He just wanted to live a normal life basically. He wanted to live a normal life. He wanted to be happy like that. He just wanted to like, I'm sorry, I'm scratching my ear. It was itchy. He wanted to live a normal life and he wanted to be happy. And he was getting happy. It was a very good experience. And there's multiple things that happen. Like for example, well, this is where the story gets a little dark. The story is not scared to kill people that are close to Denji, which is why I only said there were 4 main characters. But there's a lot more characters that like are like significant to Denji, and they just die because like they like stuff happens like there's this one demon. It's like the bomb demon, and oh wait, I should probably explain how demons get strong. Demons get strong by how much someone fears them. If that makes sense. Like the more of the population that fears this one thing, the stronger that it gets. For example, let's say, well, in the story, there's a demon, the strongest one, called the gun demon, and guns are scary, and yeah, it became super strong because people are like, dang, guns are really scary. I don't like that, and they grew fear towards guns, and the demon's like super powerful and like something that's like kills like 10,000 people a second. It's crazy. It's like the power works like, if you're born in July, the bullet just goes straight through your heart. I said that because I was born in July, but the bullet would go. Oh, why am I saying? But yeah, more fear, stronger it gets. And there's a lot of demons that like just cross paths with Denji in the story because he's a demon hunter, and like a lot of his friends die. A lot of his like a lot of the close people didn't die. Like there was one time where Denji was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna," because he really wants like it's just like a little fantasy of his to like get a girlfriend and stuff like that, and he's like getting close to someone, and then like they just die, and then he's like super sad, and he was like, he gets sad, he sort of loses his humanity, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like he's like because they were just about to get close, they were gonna be friends, and then but he's like, I feel sad about it, but I don't feel depressed about it, if that makes sense. Like, she died, but I don't feel like a looming sense of sadness, and yada yada yada. But yeah, basically a bunch of people close to Denji and stuff like that. And then I'm just gonna skip to like the end of the story because there's a lot of middle stuff that happens where it's just like it's kind of build up to the final thing. But basically Denji wants to, remember Makima? She that I said it a while back. Denji wants to fall in love with her. She's like, oh my god, she's like the best person ever, blah blah blah, I want to love her, and stuff like that. And like she kind of like uses him, if that makes sense. She's like, I'll give you a kiss if you killed the gun demon. Or she was like, if you kill the gun devil, I'll give you one favor that you can do. And Denji was like, I'll make her go on a date with me and stuff like that. But yeah, basically, yada yada yada. Story progresses. Denji becomes happier throughout the story. Denji's like, everything's going well, because everything is going well for him. Like his whole life is very happy, and what's it called? He's very happy at the moment. And then what happens is the gun devil. Like the gun devil always goes in hiding and stuff like that. Like it does one big attack and then it hides. But what we find out is that Makima is essentially what's it called? Her devil is called the control devil or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's called the control devil, and anyone who thinks they're like below her or weaker than her, she can like control and stuff like that, or like something like that. It works like that. And basically, what happened is Makima and Aki, Denji's father figure, when we're like, oh, let's go fight the gun devil, and Makima like tricked Aki and stuff like that, and like, sacrifice your life to the gun devil, like become its host body, essentially like that. Like you die, and basically you die, and basically you become the Gun Devil, and the Gun Devil controls you. If that makes sense. Now you can see where the story's going. Denji and the Gun Devil. Denji has to kill the Gun Devil because, yeah. So Denji and Aki meet up, and and Denji's like, what? Because he doesn't know what to do, because he's like, I have to kill the Gun Devil because the Gun Devil's killing a lot of people and stuff like that. But it's also my father figure. And the story has a beautiful way of portraying it, how it is in Aki's eyes. It's basically like they're having like, he's thinking about it, like, oh look, me and Denji are having a snowball fight. Like he's like a little child and he's just having like a snowball fight with Denji and stuff like that. While him and Denji are killing each other and stuff like that. And eventually Denji kills Aki because story progression. But Denji kills Aki. It's very sad because Denji just killed his father figure. And then basically everything in his life is crumbling right now because his father figure died. Blah blah blah. And then he doesn't know what to do in life. He's like, I'm so lost. I don't want to live anymore. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to think anymore. Like, cause he's like, I don't want to think. I just want to. I don't want to think about bad stuff anymore. Cause like his father figure died, and he's depressed about it, obviously. But what's it called? Then he goes to Makima, and he's like, Makima, please. I just feel so sad. Please don't make me think anymore. And then, blah, 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 Makima is like, yeah, basically, what happened in the story is, the big twist is that Makima is, like, the top person, and she, like, built his life up. She's, like, the whole reason that his life was going good in the first place. But the reason that she, like, made everything go well in the first place is that so she could tear it down, make him depressed, and control him, because the Chainsaw Devil is apparently one of the strongest devils in the world. The chainsaw, its ability is strong because like every devil fears it. Like there's like okay, I'm not gonna get into this one part, but it's basically like the Chainsaw Devil is really strong, but Denji doesn't know how strong it is. Denji just uses like the chainsaw and stuff like that. But Makima she did everything just so she could tear him down and make him depressed and stuff like that. And it's very sad because I don't know, it just makes me feel sad. Like I don't know how I would feel if I was in Denji's situation, if I'm being honest, because like my whole life was a lie. Not my whole life, but like, yeah, kind of. Everything that made me happy was a lie. It was all done on purpose. But yeah, basically Makima kills Power also because she's like, haha. She just killed him just to make him feel even worse, and then she basically controls Denji and stuff like that. And this is like nearing the end of the story. She just wants to control the Chainsaw Devil, and at the end, Denji does kill Maki, but it's very he kills her in a way that like it's like, oh wow, because they're fighting at the end, and so something that happened, and they just started fighting, and Denji basically separated himself from the Chainsaw Devil, and then it was his normal body, and the Chainsaw Devil was like two different entities, if that makes sense. And he separated himself from that, and then he basically killed her, and he was like, dang. Because she was like reacting to everything that he did when the Chainsaw Devil was a part of him and stuff like that. And she was like, she only what's it called? She only cared about the Chainsaw Devil part of me, nothing else. Like the actual me, like me and my actual feelings and stuff like that, and like my being, she didn't care about. All she cared about was the Chainsaw Devil, and like he killed her and stuff like that. And then the story ends like that because it's very sad how it ends, because basically everything that made him happy was a farce, and it was just to use him and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a very sad story. I cried a couple times while reading it. I know I skipped through a lot, but it's very long. It's really long, and yeah, it's very long, and I didn't want to make this too long. It's already really long, but I really like the story. I really like how they weren't scared to do something like big, like death and stuff like that. Like no one in the cast was safe. Like everyone died except for Denji. Essentially, everyone did die, and it's very sad. It's a very good story. I really enjoyed reading it. Like yeah, I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of funny parts too, but like I just want to like go through the overall story. I don't know how I sound. I don't know if it's like if I sound like just if I sound like I'm just rambling about something random. I don't know how well I explained it. I hope I explained it kind of well. But yeah, that was my independent reading assignment. I think I'm gonna read Vinland Saga next. I saw a couple parts of it. I read like 50 chapters of it. It's like it's very good with character development. Like let me tell you that. Like the character development in Vinland Saga, A1. But I read like 50 chapters of it. I kind of want to finish it. There's 180 chapters. It's so many pages. Like, I think there's 11 volumes, and each volume is 400 pages, so, like, jeez. If I talk about Vinland Saga, I might just talk about, like, one story arc. Because it's, like, a whole huge thing. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling again. I always ramble. These independent reading assignments, they just have me rambling about all the books I've been reading, and, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't, like... I hope it wasn't just a convoluted mess of me just talking and just being like, la, 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 and... I don't know. I hope you. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.